you can see it's uniform motion. Uniform motion. And second term that we have here is circular motion. Circular motion. Okay. So uniform motion, when an object is said to be in uniform motion means if an object covers equal distance in equal intervals of time, then object is said to be in uniform motion. So in uniform motion, speed is constant. Speed is constant in uniform motion. Second term that we have here is circular motion. So an object is said to be in circular motion when? What is circular motion? When an object moves in a circle or what? What else? See, we have this object, it is moving in a circular path. So we say that it is executing circular motion. So it means that this object is at a fixed distance from a fixed point every time. When it is here, it is at a distance r from the center. When it reaches here, then it is at a distance, the same distance r. And at this position, again, it is at the same distance r. At this position, again, it is at the same distance r. So object is moving about a fixed point. In circular motion, object moves about a fixed point. And that fixed point is the center of the circle. And fixed distance is the radius of the circle. Okay, so it is at a fixed distance from a fixed point. That is circular motion. In circular motion, we can see that direction of motion changes at every point. If we consider object at this point, if we consider object at this point, then what is the direction of motion? We simply draw a tangent to the circle and gives the direction of motion. When object reaches here, then direction of motion is this, again tangent to the circle. When it reaches here, direction of motion is this, again tangent to the circle. When it reaches here, direction of motion is this, again tangent to the circle. So direction of motion is tangent to the circle. Okay, please write this. Okay, so uniform circular motion. In uniform circular motion can be described as the motion of a object in a circle at constant speed. ठीक है, तो यूनिफॉर्म सर्कुलर मोशन में वी आर कंबाइनिंग दीज टू टर्म्स, यूनिफॉर्म मोशन एंड सर्कुलर मोशन. Uniform motion implies constant speed. Circular motion means object is moving in a circle. So if the object moves in a circle at constant speed, then the motion of the object is called uniform circular motion. But when an object moves in a circle, it constantly changes its direction. We have seen now that when the object reaches at a point, we draw the tangent at that point, and tangent to the circle gives the direction of motion of the object. Because speed is constant, though speed is constant, but direction is changing at every point. Okay, and because direction is changing and therefore velocity is changing. Because velocity is speed plus direction. So if one quantity is constant and other is changing, then the whole will change. Now velocity will change. Okay, so its velocity changes at every point due to change in direction. Okay. Next, an object moving in a circle is accelerating because velocity is changing at every point and therefore it is accelerating. Uniform circular motion is accelerating because there is change in velocity. Okay, though it has constant speed, but it is accelerating. इसमें क्या हो रहा है? Because velocity जो होता है आपका, see, velocity is speed plus direction. Yes. Speed is constant, but direction is changing. And therefore velocity is changing. And since there is change in velocity, therefore it is accelerating. So though speed is constant, but uniform circular motion is accelerating. Okay. So acceleration is pointing towards the center of the circle and velocity is changing at every point. And therefore we say that it is accelerating and acceleration acts towards the center. So in uniform circular motion, the net force acting upon such an object is directed towards the center of the circle. The net force is said to be centripetal force. So this force is called centripetal force. When an object moves in a circle, there are two kinds of forces acting on it. One is centripetal force and other is centrifugal force. Centrifugal force is the pseudo force and centripetal force is the force which maintains the object in a circle. Okay, it acts towards the center. So center की side act करेगा तो object जो है वो circle में move कर पाएगा easily, right? तो ये उसको maintain करता है, उसके circular path को maintain रखने के लिए उस पे act करता है, it acts towards the center. And because centripetal force you can see it is acting towards the center. तो जहाँ पे force है वहाँ पे acceleration भी है, तो acceleration is also acting towards the center. Centripetal force acting upon the object is perpendicular to the velocity vector and the object is always changing its direction and undergoing an inward acceleration. So acceleration is inward, velocity is changing at every point, and we have seen there now that force is perpendicular to the velocity vector because F is equal to ma. Force is mass into acceleration. And if force is pointing in towards the center, so acceleration will also point towards the center. Force and acceleration, they have the same directions. Okay, so force is perpendicular to velocity vector, or we can say acceleration is perpendicular to velocity vector. So let r be the radius of the circular path. Then because r is the radius of the circular path and object is moving in a circle, so circumference of this circular path will be 2 pi r. And suppose it takes time t to go once around the closed path, then we can find velocity of the object as 2 pi r upon t. Okay, 2 pi r upon t. Please write this. An artificial satellite is moving in a circular orbit of radius 42250 kilometer. Calculate its speed if it takes 24 hours to revolve around the earth. How will you find the speed? So given, first we will write the things which are given to us. So we have earth and a satellite revolving around the earth. Yes, in circular orbit. Of radius. Radius is given. An artificial satellite is moving in a circular orbit of radius. Radius is given, it is 42250 kilometer, and this is the satellite. And it is revolving. Okay, and calculate its speed if it takes 24 hours to reach around the earth. So we have to find speed if it takes 24 hours. So time is given, radius is given, radius is 42250 kilometer and time is 24 hours. Okay. Yes. So we have to find speed. To find speed. Write the solution. See, because you can see that radius is in kilometer and time is in hours, so we'll get a velocity in kilometer per hour. Now, so we don't need to convert this into meter per second. We can simply, put the values and we'll get the velocity in kilometer per hour only. So V is equal to 2 pi r upon t. Now put the values. It's 2 into pi is 3.14 and r is 42250 divided by 24. Okay, now solve this for me. Open करके 3.14. Pi की value you can put 22/7 or 3.14. It's your choice. 3.14 or 22/7. You can put any value here. Okay, so you will get 265,330 upon 24, and this is equal to 11055.416 kilometer per hour.